What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another daily news video on this Thursday, almost the end of July, and still nothing really has happened. Excuse me. Besides this news story, we're gonna talk about. We do play today or tomorrow for me, but today for a lot of people, we will face Milan in our first preseason game, which is crazy because it's the end of July, but again, due to circumstances, it's our first preseason preseason game of the summer, and potentially only one of the two we will play. So we need to keep an eye on that as well. But we will play Milan. We will do a watch long on this channel. So if you're watching the game, you can tune in or make game at the start of the game, whatever. So we will do that. Quick update on that game really quickly. The big takeaway from pre-game is that there are a lot of injuries, even preseason games, and it's the usual suspects. Vlahovic is still struggling. Milik is out, no shocker. Rovella is out, also no surprise, because these are guys that are gonna pick up injuries because that's who they are. So those guys are not play. Pogba's still not 100% ready, and there are another few niggles here and there in that team. So again, result not important. I don't care about the score. I just care about fitness, no picking up no further injuries, and maybe seeing some sort of improvement. Maybe seeing an idea behind what we're trying to do moving forward this season. But that's for later tonight. Let's get into today's news because it's a new story. It's a new story that's kind of old, but has been out of the spotlight for the last couple of, I don't know how many weeks, but it's back. It's about Carlos Augusto. So yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, like I said, the name is Carlos Augusto. We have been linked with him. I'm gonna say first week of June, even before that, but like real links, first week of June. It seemed like okay, he's gonna be the desired option for that left back position. Then it completely disappeared, like completely. And now, according to Mirko Di Natale, it's back. It's back. Like the name was Parisi, up to a certain point, and now it's back Carlos Augusto with the same bit of news as a Parisi one. The price similar, almost 12-15 million is similar. That's what Monza want, and apparently Allegri's keen on him to join because he's very versatile. But the idea remains the same, according to Mirko Natale. We need to sell, and now it's not Kostic or Sandro and Junior. It's Junior or Cambiaso, which I have a few things to say. First on Augusto, I think he's a good player. I think he's good, and that's it. I don't think he's special. I don't think he is a guy you need to risk it all for to bring him. He's not that type of player. But he had a very good season, and 50 million is not too much. My issue is he needs to replace Alexandro. You need to find a solution to get Alexandro out of this club. I don't get it. I have no idea why the club didn't tell him he's one of the players that needs to train separately. It's shocking. It's sad because he's a terrible football player in 2003. I'm talking about now. So I don't get what the idea of the club is because they didn't told him to train separately. Need to find another club. They kept that option open. Now, the Cambiaso and the Junior thing. Same thing for Junior as it was for Parisi. This is a left back. Junior is not a left back. So that story is crap. It's crap. If you want to play in a 3-5-2, yes, then you have too many players because you're going to exclude Alexandro. Because if you play in a 3-5-2, Allegri's going to play Alexandro in a back three. You're going to use him in a back three. So you can exclude him from that list. But then you have Junior, Kostic, and Augusto, and that's too much. I don't want to play in a back three. I don't want Junior to play as a wing back. I think he's better just in a 4-3-3. But it is what it is. That's the idea behind it. Now, Mirko Di Natale mentioned Cambiaso, which I think is not really going to happen because I think it's very obvious, going off the news stories, reports, and all those things, that Cambiaso will be tested out on the right hand side. He can play both positions. I think he's better on the left, but they're gonna try him on the right because there's nobody on the right. Conrado's gone, De Chilio's injured. Again, this screams back three. And I know there are stories out there, or Allegri said we can start with one formation and then let's see moving forward. But you're building a squad to play a back three. That's my issue. Like with all the rumors going around, you're playing or building a squad to play a back three. That's what's happening. Now, that being said, um, Cambiaso is going to play on that right hand side. Maybe we will see him tonight. So I don't think he's one of the players that's going to leave, because if you sell Cambiaso, you have nobody on the right hand side, because I don't think Augusto will be playing on the right hand side if you bring him in. Apparently, he can do that in a far past. He did that apparently. I don't know. I've only watched him at Monza, but he's a much better left back. I think we can all agree on that. From what we've seen, he does a decent job at left back, so there's no need to convert him into a right back. But that gives you no options. I don't think Cambiaso fills in that equation. I think if you sell Cambiaso, you bring in another right back. That's what you're probably gonna do. But that's a new story. I will be okay with bringing Carlos Augusto in. I will have no issue. I will not have an issue because I think he's relatively young. I think he's 25, 6 maybe. So that's also not the issue. The issue is it should be Alexandro. It should not be Ilic Jr. who should be leaving. I want to see more of Junior. I do not want to see Junior play in a back three or at left back. I don't want to see that. But I think it's way too early to part ways with Ilic Jr. Like he needs another season. I want to see what he offers. And the club should be very eager or interested to see what he offers. He should be getting a new deal as well if you want to sell him on. 25 is too short of a deal. But I think the club should be very eager, very, open to see what development Junior can have. I think it's too early to say, what, because he showed glimpses last season that are very promising, extremely promising, and you want to make a quick buck now. Think about what you can make if you actually want to sell him and he develops in what he could potentially develop into. If you see what the Premier League are paying for players, it's ridiculous. So why make a quick buck now? It makes no sense. Tell Alexandro it's time to go. Find a club. You're done. But they haven't done that, and that's extremely disappointing. But that's the situation. So a new name for that left back position. Let's see tonight if we actually still agree if we need one. Probably yes, because I think Milan are a better team at this moment in time. They are more gel, in my opinion, and they're more equipped into building a better future in the next especially next season, especially moving forward. Attacking wise, they look much more stronger than we do. But we need a right back and a left back. We absolutely need one. It's just I don't want to give up on Ilic Jr. I just don't want that. Would I give up on Cambiaso? Yes, I don't rate Cambiaso that highly, but you need to replace him with a good player where we can be like, okay, that's an upgrade, or that could be potentially an upgrade. But this notion of we bring a left back in and we sell wingers, I don't get it. I absolutely do not get it, and it makes absolutely no sense. Again, no outcome from the UEFA on are we going to play Conference League. It should happen tomorrow, the 28th. Let's see. Allegri mentioned it many times that if we play that, we need a bigger squad. So maybe that's a solution for Ilic Jr. and Augusto to stay in the same team. If not, who knows what's going to happen. I think we need to hope it's a no-go, because they will exclude us for the following season, and that's worse. And Europa League, Conference League, there's no win in it. It will cost you more money probably than you will get. Like the fees you get for playing the Europa League is nothing. It's injuries. It's playing on Thursday and Wednesday and Sunday, whatever. It's terrible. It's not what we need now. Just focus on that league to get back into the top 4. But that's the link of the day. Also, like the video, we will be live for a watch along for our first preseason game against Milan. So tune in, join, come chat with us, and yeah, man, let's see if tomorrow brings some real news on anything that will kickstart the transfer window, because it hasn't kickstarted yet. You brought in Weah, and that's it. That's what we've done. So let's see how that will go. Thanks for watching. Like the video on the way out, and we will see you in a couple hours for the watch along. Ciao.